She was killed for getting married. This is a story that begins with what should have been the happiest time in a young woman's life. It's 1986, and 29-year-old nurse Sherri Rasmussen had just started a new chapter. Only a few months earlier, she had married the man she loved, John Rutan. The newlyweds had moved into a small, cozy condo in Van Nuys, California. It was their first home together. A place where they planned to build a future, a family, and a lifetime of memories. It was supposed to be the beginning of everything. But the past has a way of showing up when you least expect it. Before Sherri, John had been in a long-term relationship with another woman. Her name was Stephanie Lazarus. Stephanie wasn't just any ex-girlfriend. She was a police officer with the Los Angeles Police Department, a figure of authority sworn to protect and serve. She had not taken the breakup with John well. She was struggling to let go. Then came the morning of February 24th, 1986. John left for work, just like any other day. But when he returned that evening, he walked into a scene of chaos. The condo had been turned upside down, and on the living room floor, he found Sherri. She had been brutally beaten and shot multiple times. The initial investigators on the scene quickly came to a conclusion. It was a burglary gone wrong. The place looked ransacked, and some items, including Sherri's new BMW and her wedding ring, were missing. With that theory, the case was quietly closed, another tragic statistic in a big city. But Sherri's family refused to accept that story. Her father, in his grief, pleaded with the police to investigate John's ex-girlfriend. The officer who he knew had been harassing the couple, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. How could one of their own be a suspect? And so, the case went cold. For more than 20 long years, Sherri's murder remained an unsolved tragedy. The evidence collected from the crime scene sat in a storage locker, gathering dust, waiting for a future that no one could have predicted. That future arrived in the 2000s with the dawn of advanced DNA technology. Cold case detectives reopened Sherri's file and decided to test a crucial piece of evidence: saliva from a bite mark left on Sherri's arm during the struggle. They ran the sample through the National DNA Database. They got a hit. The DNA profile belonged to a woman, a police officer, Stephanie Lazarus, the ex-girlfriend. Suddenly, the puzzle pieces snapped into place. Investigators now believed that Stephanie, consumed by jealousy, went to the condo that morning to confront Sherri. A violent struggle ensued, and Stephanie used her service weapon to end Sherri's life. In 2009, more than 2 decades after the murder, detectives cleverly lured Stephanie into an interview room and obtained a covert DNA sample from a cup she drank from. It was a perfect match. Stephanie Lazarus, now a veteran detective herself, was arrested for a crime she had committed 23 years earlier. In 2012, after a dramatic trial, a jury found her guilty of first-degree murder. It had taken 26 years, the persistence of a grieving family, and a scientific breakthrough for the full, shocking truth to finally come to light. She wasn't killed by a stranger in a random act of violence. She was killed by someone who couldn't let go. Thanks for watching.